What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Morning Brew podcast. I'm your host, Kayla, and I interview cool people every other week. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy you stopped by. Before we get started, make sure you're following the show on Spotify or Apple Podcasts so you never miss an upload. Today, I have Austin-based band King Bunny in the studio. It's always a treat when a full band can stop by, so pull up a chair, and I hope you enjoy this episode as much as I did. Hello, welcome to the show. I'm so excited that we get to chat today. Can we start with everybody's names and what instrument you play in the band?
Sure. I'm Richard. I play rhythm guitar and vocals.
Nice. I'm Naomi. I play bass and sing.
I'm Tommy. I play drums and general rabble-rousing.
Awesome.
Pete's also in the room with me. He's our lead guitarist, but he just decided to kind of noodle in the background.
Oh, that's okay. He can nod in the background. Okay, so I've got some rapid fire questions to sort of get to know you better as people before we get started here. What is your favorite type of potato chip?
Salt and vinegar.
Nice. Solid choice.
I know mine. I like
Solid
the
choice.
jalapeno kettle potato chips.
Oh, those jalapeno ones. Nice. I'm such a sucker for Doritos, the Cool Ranch.
Doritos are so good.
Put out a bowl of those
are
at a party,
corn,
and I will. But they're still a. Oh, I get. You're right. Sorry. All right. So if we're going proper with the potato chip, I'm gonna go with all dressed.
Delicious. These are great choices, by the way. What celebrity would you guys want to get a pep talk from?
All right.
Probably Haley Williams for me.
Ooh, that's a great one.
I feel like
I
I think
feel like I would just let them down immediately afterwards, so I just wouldn't want it.
the question was if you had a pep talk from any celebrity, what would it be? I was gonna go with Brad Pitt because I feel like it would be the perfect level of over the top for me, but sincere enough that I would legitimately want to like make him happy.
Oh,
Hugh Jackman.
Peter Criss of Kiss said to go by Peter.
There you go.
That's what he told me. I introduced myself as Pete, and he goes, "Nope, you're Peter."
Yeah, so you would
Done.
you would listen to anything he said. Like if he gave you a pep talk, you'd be all in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's from Kiss.
Get the official name change. I am now Peter. What is your guilty pleasure TV show?
Guilty pleasure implies that I have any shame about watching it.
That's true.
Tommy has no shame.
Tommy has no shame. Pete said Carmen Sandiego, which is a solid choice.
Carmen Sandiego. That's where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
There you go. Got to get that theme song right.
Yeah.
Mine right now is Taskmaster because my wife started watching it and I am hooked. It's addictive.
Oh, I guess if we're going that way, then Dimension 20
Oh, that's a good one.
D&D campaigns.
Nice. Mine is any medical drama ever is a guilty pleasure for me. What's your current song on repeat?
Oh God, I don't know if I can say it.
You can say
That's
it,
a
Pete.
hard
What is?
one.
I think I know what it is.
No, I Like You Best.
Yeah, I Like You Best by Ella Red.
Yeah,
It's on Pete's.
I am not going to say anything further because it's dirty.
Right on.
We were just listening to it before we got on, so it's fitting.
Yeah, that one gets looped in my head and I can't shut it off.
The Contract by 21 Pilots.
Nice. And then last rapid fire question, what would be your dream vacation?
My dream vacation is any place that gets me to turn my brain off. I don't care if it's a staycation or not. I can go to amazing places, but if I'm overthinking the whole time, I'm not happy.
That's so
So,
valid.
yeah.
Yeah. I'd say for
A
me,
week
just
at
somewhere where I can
51.50.
get like really good food. I can be out in like the sun in nature, and that has like good nightlife.
I think you're
Yeah.
describing Spain.
Or
I
Colorado
was,
for that
I was
matter.
thinking like yeah, like Spain or like Italy, maybe Greece. There's some places like that.
Is anyone else connection a little wonky? I think we just
Yeah,
have
a
it.
little bit.
Mine is really
Okay, cool.
wonky.
Pete and I were both looking at each other like
Yeah.
we were going crazy, so we wanted to make sure it was
Oh, they
okay.
can see.
No,
We're the only ones
I
on
blame the
TV.
Texas weather.
Yes, anything that happens tonight, we can solely blame on rain.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was going to answer that one would be a week at 5150 Studios.
Where's
Oh.
that?
That's Eddie's.
54
place.
Oh.
It is at the
Ooh.
Van Halen compound.
No.
5150, 5150. Right.
Nailed it. Good. You can.
I can count.
I just want to be on a beach.
I love it. Okay, and we're here to talk about your music. I would love to hear more about your band King Bunny.
Yeah, absolutely. Pete and I had started King Bunny, what was it, 3, 4 years ago now? And we just did little acoustic things for a while, until we could get everything kind of flushed out with like finding band members that we really wanted to write with and collaborate with. But yeah, we kind of just went out, hit up all the open mics, played anywhere that would have us. Still doing that. We had a little bit of hiccups with our original female vocals having to leave us. And thankfully, Naomi had joined the band around that time and was so open to taking over that mantle and really running with it. So a lot of credence and gratitude has to be given to Naomi, because if it weren't for her, I don't know where we would be right now.
In my living room.
Yeah, in your living room. Yes, thanks to Pete and welcoming us into his house every week to play as loud as we can.
Yeah.
No, that's great. I've listened to some of it. Naomi's vocals are incredible.
Oh yeah, she
Thank you.
she hits that like rock vocal sweet spot.
It's so cool. How did you come up with the band name? Because
So the
I'm
band
always
name
curious about
was
this.
kind of a
Kick Butt Coffee.
yeah, we were doing our first ever open mic. We were doing at Kick Butt Coffee, and we show up and we're signing in with the guy at the door, and they're asking us like, "Oh, what's your group name?" And at the time, the our original vocalist, her name was Bunny, and my stage name was King Richard. And so I looked at her, and I was just like King Bunny, and she loved the idea. So we just kind of did that as a placeholder. Then after that night and the other kind of open mics we did, people were like, "Oh, we love that we can remember your name."
Yeah.
It's such an interesting name. And so after that, even when Bunny left, we kept it, and it's evolved into this deeper meaning for me. You know, rabbits represent a symbol of good luck and fortune. So I like to think of it as being the kings of our own fortune moving forward.
That's really cool. I love that. And I'm really curious to hear what everyone's favorite part is about
Ooh.
performing live.
Tommy, Naomi, I'll let y'all start on this.
I'd say the energy. Okay. Yeah, I'd say for me, just the energy, just like the privilege of being able to play music for sheer enjoyment, and let alone like with just very talented, amazing people. It just really makes it like so much worth it. And I feel like we're just like this entity, like when we're together on stage, that, you know, it's really hard to find that anywhere off. And so, yeah, that energy right there makes
And
it.
it takes
very
you a different place every time.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
get different vibes of, people
Oh,
talking
yeah.
to you while you're playing.
Yeah, Pete, you've had that happen quite a few times now.
I'm playing Marshmallow Sheets and I'm getting Slayer questions. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be lying if there isn't like a vanity to it. Also, like being on stage and feeling like, look at what I can do. Look at what my friends can do. Like, this is the cool thing we can do. Look at us, which is about the only time I'm comfortable being perceived once I'm on stage. Just please leave me alone.
That's such
Yeah,
a big
I
mood.
completely agree with, everybody, but Naomi, I think, nailed it on the head. It's a certain infectious energy that kind of takes over every one of us when we're on stage. We very much pick up on each other, what we're doing. We've started getting really good at communicating without saying anything on stage, just looking at each other, or, something happens.
This last show we played was the true test of
absolutely
our
wild.
communication skills.
But for me, it's just,
Yeah.
I'm at this weird place in my life where I feel like I'm cheating. This band really encapsulates everything that I've ever wanted. As far as, we can get real energetic, or you can bring everything down to a personal level. But more importantly, like, everybody that I'm playing with, I really trust. And I've played in a lot of bands, and this is the first time that I used to have really bad anxiety going on stage. Not to say that I'm free of anxiety now, but there is this sense of comfortability that I have with everybody that I haven't had before. And I find that completely addictive.
I have parking anxiety.
Yes, Pete
That's
just
cool.
has pre-show anxiety. Like, where are we parking? How's that all happening?
No, that makes perfect sense. Has anything super crazy ever happened at any of your
Super
shows?
crazy. I mean, Naomi we kind of got into a little bit on that last question with our last show that we just had. So
Yeah, tell
it
me
was our
more.
first show in Houston. And as you know, with any show, you have all these kind of questions like, where's the venue at? Who are we playing with? Do we have a backline? How long is our set going to be? And everything hit the check marks. And it was like, oh, cool, we get to play for 45 minutes. That'll be great. And then we go to load our stuff up on stage and start setting up, and the sound guy comes up to us and tells us we have 20 minutes. So immediately we're ripping through the set list, like, what are we cutting? What's happening? What are we not playing tonight? You know, and there's all these other factors. My parents had flown in from Nashville. It was their first time seeing me play on stage since high school. And so I've just felt so bad. I was like, well, thanks for coming to see me play for 20 minutes.
Not only that, but your father-in-law was supposed to play trumpet
So my
with,
father-in-law, who's this amazing trumpet player, he was playing with, one of my goals was to always be able to play a show with him. Real quick, Naomi just said that she thinks her Wi-Fi just crashed out. So she's trying to get back in.
Oh, heck.
Yeah, that was the mic disturbance then.
Yes, blame it on the weather.
Yeah.
Blame it on the weather.
But finish.
So my father-in-law was there that night to play with us, and there was some miscommunication we were having on if that song was one we were doing or cutting. And he's up on the stage and said, we're not cutting this song, we're doing it.
Because Naomi walked over.
With his
oh my gosh,
trumpet.
and he tore it up. But it was one of those things, I was so excited, I wanted to listen, because it was my first time getting to play with him. And so part of me is like, I want to just kind of chill a little bit and just be able to hear him play. But at the same time, we're all communicating, because this song has a little bit of a jam in the middle of it. No, it's not 10 minutes.
It's a 10-minute song.
6 minutes and 50 seconds. But, you know, Pete and I do a little bit of an Allman Brothers guitar call and answer thing to each other. And, of course, I'm communicating to him, hey, man, we're cutting this. Tommy, we're cutting that. Don't worry. And so I didn't get to hear any of his trumpet solos until someone sent me the video of it. So
I think we clocked it in about 3 minutes.
That's so cool.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Wow. That's really impressive, actually.
We needed to leave room for Naomi's song, which was the closer we hoped it would have been, because that song, without any cuts,
song is legitimately a 10-minute emo anthem.
I think we 3-minuted that one as well.
It's worth every minute
but it was so yeah, it was by far our craziest instance. It's so funny, we have this running thing with us when we do our Pete and I call them our postmortems after the show. And we have like little rallies like, all right, what were things that we could have done better, or what do we really like about this show? And right now we just have this running tally of what was completely out of our control. So
that's actually great though, because a lot of the things that go wrong, it makes sense to be like, well, was that our fault, or was that something completely
that was definitely,
out of
they
control?
apologized later that the promoter didn't tell us. But the weird thing about that setup is there was 4 of us kind of rockish bands outside.
Oh yeah.
And there was 8 death metal bands inside. And so all these death slamming kids come out to get drinks, because it was an outdoor drink area.
There was a food truck and a bar outside. So in between bands of all these like young thrash death metal bands, all of a sudden they'd be out listening to us. And don't get me wrong, we have some rockin' tunes, but not for that crowd.
No.
So.
They had full on skull makeup on.
Yeah. We were the lightest band
And the
there by
vampires
far.
were, the whole.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, their vampires were out in droves that night for sure. And there was a moment.
Oh, that's so.
There
funny
was this
to
moment.
envision.
I had to go through the inside venue to get to my car. Because like an hour before we go on, I like to disappear and do vocal warm-ups and be a responsible singer, keep the pipes healthy. And I'm wearing this bright mustard yellow t-shirt and looking not like I'm supposed to be at a metal show. And I'm walking through the venue, and all of a sudden I just hear, "I want to see this pit fucking open!" And the whole room split, and it's just me in the middle. I'm gonna die.
Oh gosh.
I hightailed out of it as soon as I could, because as soon as I moved out of the way, it was full on wall of death. Naomi, you're back.
I'm
Oh,
back. Lost y'all there for a second.
We just
Wi-Fi
wrapped
crashed.
Houston.
Yeah, we just
No
wrapped up the
worries.
Houston story, so.
Oh, yeah, that was so stressful, but it was also so amazing, just the way that we were able to come together in such a time crunch. It was, yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Naomi and I were talking on the drive back. We were like, all things considered, that was the best energy on stage that we've had. So
It was, yeah. It was all or nothing, he says, and it was glorious.
That's so awesome. Oh my gosh. So some of the songs that are available on your Linktree right now were Cherry Float and Toy Soldier. I would really like to hear about the stories behind those songs.
Yeah,
if you don't
absolutely.
mind.
So Cherry Float is one of those songs that really, I think, has seen some of the most drastic evolution from the moment of playing it on just acoustic guitars. It was kind of this sweet kind of breakup song. And since Naomi came in and took over the vocals, I was like, we need to beef this up. Now there's I've have a fuzz pedal on, and it's just dirty and kind of nasty. Because before it used to be like this sweet kind of melodic, and then during the chorus it would get like a little post-punky emo swing to it, and that part's still kind of there, but it's got more beef, and so I call that song our "You Wish You Didn't Leave Me" song. It's
Freeze. I thought that was just me.
We lost you for a second,
I
Richard.
was gonna say I saw a little timeout thing. If anything cut out, let me know.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're
just-
gonna-
just
I was
go
saying
back like
with
10 seconds or so.
we made it beefier, and that song really has become that "You Wish You Didn't Leave Me." That kind of the opposite of buyer's remorse, when you leave and or you pine over, you think about what could have been, and because it's kind of that whole part of the chorus and a kind of outro, "Sweeter than cherries and ice cream floats." It's I'm the sweetest, best thing that you're ever gonna have, this level of decadence, and you're never gonna have it again.
Trade in regret.
Yeah, that trade in. Yeah, there you go. And that song was really funny because that chorus splits into two different parts. Naomi's doing her little bit, and then I come in with mine, and it's this pining kind of moment where you're getting a glimpse of the other person's perspective, of them kind of begging you just to be open. Just tell me what you it's say you, be you, can you be you? And it's this whole thing of the other person's no, I'm not trying to leave. I'm trying to fix this, but I don't feel like I'm getting this honest version of you. I feel like there's miscommunication happening here. And so it's this kind of breakdown from both sides of both parties that feel like they could have done better, but ultimately it's no, this needed to happen. I was selling myself short. So, Naomi, anything you'd like to add to that as somebody who came in?
I mean, yeah, I think you pretty much said it all. It kind of encapsulates that feeling of you kind of missed out. You kind of even in the verses, it's these kind of false promises that were made, and you're kind of just you get to the chorus and you're kind of just it's kind of too bad you couldn't come through and be a person of your word, because I was great to you, I was good to you, and it kind of just
The too
There's
little
that
too late
message.
argument.
Yeah.
And is there a better feeling than being able to say that to somebody? Because I think that's
Nothing.
great.
I mean, I can't think of anybody I know that hasn't had a really bad relationship that they wish they could have said that. I mean, I wasn't trying to call you out,
It's always
but-
like when you're
That's
in
why
the
Tommy's
shower
screen's
later.
dark.
You're like, I should have said it
None
this way.
taken.
Yeah.
And then
None
Toy
taken.
Soldier is it's one of those weird things. It's really rocking, but
This was recorded during the Central Texas flooding and thus begins my descent into madness.
Kayla, I want to make sure we didn't lose you. It looks like your
You're
camera
frozen.
froze.
Yeah.
The storm knocked out my Wi-Fi while the band gave a very detailed answer, but now I am back.
With anything that we just
Again.
said, was any of it lost, or do you need us to backtrack a little bit?
I'll just backtrack just in case. Tell me about Toy Soldier.
So, Toy Soldier is this.
We could speed it up this time.
Yeah, just a little bit. Toy Soldier is our. It's got these. It's the most prog rocky out of everything that we do, but at the same time, the lyrics are the sexiest. They focus a lot on that kind of pining over somebody, this fantasy that lives in your head, like the I was trying to think of the word, like a viewfinder. You're just going through, clicking, like, oh, I remember that, oh, I remember that, and then you kind of fill in the blanks a little
nice.
bit, and even if it's not accurate, like, you know, deep down in your heart, you're like, that guy was or that girl was a toxic piece of shit. I do not want to think about them anymore, but at the same
the
time, you're like,
addiction, you know?
Yep.
That is the whole addiction. Like, you want to believe, your ego wants to believe that it was better than it was. And I like what you said earlier. You said, like, the greatest hits. Like, you replay all the best parts in your mind, and it just becomes like a cycle of, like, you're constantly chasing after that, and they'll show you like glimpses of that, and then you come back for more. And yeah,
well, I think I completely agree with you on the ego standpoint, because I don't think any of us want to believe we wasted time. And so it's kind of our brains have so many different ways of protecting ourselves. But I think that nostalgia that we buy into, or those greatest hits moments, protect us from more damage than we probably really did endure. And so we like to think and fantasize about what really worked, even if it was just an absolute train wreck.
You guys have self-preservation instincts? Weird.
That makes so much sense. Like, I've had the moment where I see red flags and I know that they're red flags, but just for a moment, I'm
It
like, I
looks
think
green.
I'm colorblind because it looks green to me.
Or you have this weird
Yeah, that
Golden
makes a lot of
retriever,
sense.
baby.
we all have these weird pilots that take over our bodies at weird points, and we become these different versions of ourselves that we don't necessarily want to believe that we are. We're like, something's piloting me towards this. Like, I don't necessarily like everything about this person, but let me hear them out. Maybe they're misunderstood. Maybe I'm the problem. I need to give them a better shot.
I can fix the mentality.
Absolutely.
We'll come up with a sequel. Look in the mirror.
Oh yeah, we'll come up with a sequel to that one for sure.
It's not them. It's actually
Smoke
you.
and mirrors.
That
Yeah.
would be great. I love a callback. And Richard, you and I talked a little bit about it, but tell me more about
Yes,
Marshmallow
Sheets is the song that I've been playing the longest, but I didn't have words to it. It was one of those songs that I would noodle around with in high school, and like, I had friends that would ask me, like, what was that little thing that you're playing on the guitar? Like, it's just real sweet, and I would just kind of play it, and just almost became like this background soundtrack for quite a while. And then I brought it to Pete, and he started running with it, and after that, all of a sudden the lyrics came to me. I'm like, I know exactly what this is going to be. And so originally it started off, I called it my little coffee shop song. I was like, oh, this will be a sweet little song that we can play, like, it will be in a coffee shop one day, and pulling
We did.
Yeah, and we did. We played in the coffee shop. And it's like, I tongue-in-cheek used to call it, my wife and I are big Jason Mraz fans. And so I tongue-in-cheek called it my little,
Nice.
my Man with Many Hats song. But it quickly evolved into kind of my mental health anthem, where it was me coming to terms with past relationships that I had that I fucked up on, like, to send you to the darkest places of your mind where you don't know if there is a tomorrow. And so the chorus talking about this kind of idea of the greener futures that are ahead of you, because like the whole idea of marshmallow sheets is you're literally laying in the bed of your mistakes. No, say what?
Oh, sticky.
Thank you. Yes.
Because it seems good, and
It's see Pete's nodding in agreement.
Pete falls asleep with no worries or regrets.
No.
None. So yeah, that is very much what Marshmallow Sheets is about. It's that things suck right now, but there is a better tomorrow, and there is someone that is going to love you the way that you want to be loved.
I really love that. Do you have any upcoming like projects or songs in the works
there's
currently?
one. We've got a lot of songs that are kind of teaming around in the background that either have licks, or I've got lyrics too that I'm just waiting for the right sound, the right frequency to hit my ears. Naomi will usually bring something, and it's kind of this melting pot of ideas when we have new songs. But I'd say the one that's closest on the horizons is a song right now that's called Fairy Tale. It is I know my parents are gonna listen to this because I'm gonna say it in our family chat. So I'm gonna give a preemptive I'm sorry question mark. So Fairy Tale is about the night that I told my wife that I did not want to go to church anymore and that I wasn't a believer. And so it is that moment where I don't know if you're going to stick with me. And, but I really hope you do. And so say what?
Yeah, it's a real fun sing-along.
It's a fun
It's a real fun sing-along.
I have this motto that I live by. I love beautiful melodies telling me terrible things. So it's one of those songs that once you get into the lyrics, you realize how heavy it is. But, if you just take it at surface level, you're like, this is a fun little poppy punk jaunt. This is fun.
Just dancing.
Yeah, you're grooving, you're getting into it. And meanwhile, it's like, hey, please don't leave me. I can't believe in these fairy tales anymore.
Hurt me, but make me happy.
And so I'm really excited because this song was with me for a while. I started writing it a couple of years ago, kind of after that night happened. And I left it on a shelf. I was like, this is going to turn into something. The lead vocalist from Weezer, I was listening to an interview with him, and he was talking about how he has these songs that he revisits that he'd written in like high school and in college. He's like, I didn't think about that song for like 8 years. And then one day it turned into this. And so I'm totally fine with shelving an idea until something comes along. And so what I ended up finding out was Fairy Tale quickly turned into my journal, where my wife and I were at certain points through this journey. And so I was very happy. I actually just finished the last verse probably about 3 months ago, and it's kind of this meeting point that we both are at this moment in our relationship and our journey together where we both are these prodigal children that are not coming home. We both are on the same level of not believing in these fairy tales anymore, and out of despair and heartbreak over where things have gone. So it's this optimistic song of no matter what heartbreaking things, whether it's a deconstructing of your faith or hoping that your relationship or your marriage is going to be able to survive, it's really this journey.
Yeah, that's really interesting, and I'm curious even more now. You're saying that this is like the lyrics are very much like a journal and a safe space for you to put out your feelings. Naomi, when you're singing some of these, do you have to get into a specific headspace to sort of get into a character for this?
The thing about like singing, it's one thing to just play along, but when you're singing, you kind of have to believe what you're saying. And so, some songs we sat down and we've like we work some lyrics and stuff like that out, stuff that I could feel like I could actually believe and sing, but I wouldn't say it's a character. I just like put it to like personal experiences. Like Marshmallow Sheets, that's something that I feel like we've all been through, like that feeling of restlessness and that heartbreak and the inability to like accept what is reality. And all these songs, there's a lot of just like deeper, beautiful meaning. And so just going over that and like singing through it, I just have to actually feel that way and just how it relates to me personally.
That's really cool. This is so interesting. So not to awkwardly pivot
please.
I like
into silly questions, but
We delved enough into heartbreak and
yes.
let's have a little fun.
Yes, so since the band's name is King Bunny, I am curious if you could have any animal as a benevolent leader, what animal would it be
Probably
and
a
why?
wolf.
Ooh, that was
Yes, like
A wolf?
they're strong, fearless. I don't know. There's just something about that energy, pack mentality.
Got a pack mentality?
Yeah.
But maybe even like just a lone wolf. You know, there's like a saying. You know, I'm so serious too. Like you see like the sled dogs, right? Well, the one in the front is like the one that is actually the most like intelligent, the one that is actually the most like lonesome. It has its back like turned to the whole pack and it's just leading the way. And that would be mine.
So you're switching to husky?
At the same time, though, it means you also have to be willing to trust the people that have your back.
Yeah.
That's true.
Sea turtle.
Oh, sea turtle.
Long-lasting, free, and just floating.
Go back in the shell when he wants.
No, yeah, perfect. Comes out of his shell when he wants. A little slow to warm up, but once you get him, I don't know why I'm speaking for you. I just feel like I know you well enough.
Please do. Yeah, a couple of Lone Stars, I'm good to go.
The
turtle is good to go.
Let's get the guy. Mine, I would say an owl. I've always had this fixation. Yahoo! I've always had this fixation with owls, and obviously, you know, just the kind of idea of them having this kind of wisdom about them. But also, I do my most amount of work at night, and that's when I cannot turn my brain off, and so I'm just up to wee hours of the night all the time. So I always felt very akin to an owl, and I constantly am seeking more wisdom and ways to grow and be a better person. So, Tommy?
My last name means wolf in Gaelic, so
All right, we got
I'm right there with Naomi.
we got a couple
Naomi
of wolves
says
in
you
this.
can't copy.
Gaelic, oh shit.
First of
It's
all.
birthright, fuck you.
I was there when the scriptures were written.
Those are all great answers. Okay, the next silly question. What is the funniest thing that's ever happened to you?
Oh.
Life is like the funniest thing that's ever happened.
I woke up today. No,
Today
could be a
alone, I have like 3 things.
A cruel irony. I mean, funniest thing. That's
I got
go
one.
ahead. Oh, sweet.
We were in San Francisco up in the hills, and I was part of a groomsmen. So we were all lining up, and they didn't have my size of tux. So as we're standing there for the picture, that's when my pants decided to fly down on their own.
That's amazing. Is there photos of this?
I don't know. I walked, whoop, and I was out of there.
My God.
I never got in the pictures, but it was the weirdest thing. They just went bam. Because you know how flimsy that material is.
Wow.
It drops really fast.
Sure. I mean, especially if it's not fitting. Well, fitting. All right. I will meet you halfway there with another pants thing that I thought was pretty funny. You were there for it. Our first show that we ever played was at Hole in the Wall over a year ago, and we're loading in, and I blew out the zipper on my pants.
No.
And absolutely. And I was already like vibrating because I was so nervous. Pete was like, what are you going to get? What are you going to do? And I was like, I'll be right back. And I show up and I had changed pants. And Pete was like, what are those different pants? And it's like, always keep a second pair of pants in the car.
Always keep.
It's like, what?
Now you know why. Now you know why.
I don't know what it is. There were several years ago, I had a similar incident, and I was doing a work thing, and I was in Atlanta, Georgia, and I was wearing these wonderful bright pink jogger style pants, and I popped over to my boss's friend's house, and he had this beautiful dog, and I am a sucker for dogs. If there's a dog around, I have to pet that dog, and so I bend down, like, oh my goodness, you're so sweet. And as I bend down, just whole, not a little tear. No. Full top of the waistband down to the crook of my knee. And I was like, I don't know what to do in this. What do I do? And but he was a stage director, and he looks at me and goes, I have some gaffer's tape.
Yeah.
And I gaffer taped the living hell out of my pants. And then we went out for 5 hours and drank. And so just walking around in Atlanta, just downtown, just pants. There were a little bit of a breeze crept through every once in a while, just pat down the tape. So ever since then, I keep a spare pair of pants, no matter where I'm going.
And it came in handy, so look
Seems
at
to be
that.
a lot of pants issues with us.
Life catches you with your pants down. What are you going to do? Any funny anecdotes other than waking up today?
Funny. Tommy.
Comedy comes in all different shades of misery.
Yeah.
You're right.
I know. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I don't
Some that aren't just sad.
You can laugh about it. It can be depressing.
No, probably the open mic that I attempted to play with Pete and Sean. Oh god, I think it was the soft audition for King Bunny. Like, it was the first time I'd met you guys, and Pete was like, dude, come out to the open mic, meet my other band. I think you'd be a good fit. And I'm all in. I'm like, hell yeah, sounds cool. We get there, and I may have ingested a few too many substances.
Electric lettuce.
Yeah.
It all hit me when they called our name to get on stage. That was like that whole time dilation, just it's like, oh no. And we get up there and we're starting with Bertha by Grateful Dead, which is a pretty zippy fucking song.
Oh boy.
And I counted it in at
it was
maybe
we were in
30
slow
BPM. And as soon as I did, Pete and Sean turned around and stared at me immediately. And I was just like, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do about it.
It was just, it was about a
I was locked in.
13-minute version.
As an audience member, it was very funny. Because he confidently... The thing is, Tommy doesn't do anything without the most amount of confidence. And so he's just like, yeah, this is how it's supposed to go. And Pete and our other friend just hard turn. What are you doing? And you just see him go, sorry.
If you're quiet and wrong, then you're a bitch. If you're loud and wrong, then you're just wrong.
But everyone will respect you for it.
And now we can laugh about it.
Yeah.
Naomi,
That's awesome.
Did you?
I didn't go on purpose.
It means
I don't
you
think
need
I
to.
can think of anything. That is.
Are you sure? I feel like you could.
I mean, I could tell you about my day to day. That was pretty rough.
That'd be a good one, because that was a journey.
Yeah. So, I got into just a little prerequisite. I got into a car accident, and my car was not working for it's been 2 months now? 2-3 months now?
It's been longer than 2 months.
It's been 3 months. It's been since March.
Oh boy.
I think as long as I've known you, you haven't had a car
That's not
more
true.
than you have.
No, it hasn't been
I haven't
6
had a car
months,
since
but it has
March. And March 31st to be specific.
I'll give
Point
you that.
is, I got this really nice car. Just got a new car literally yesterday. It's been pouring rain. I'm driving to work. I'm happy. And I'm on the toll, and I'm going.
Just imagine
I'm
you sitting
having a
like this.
great
I'm in my
time. One of my windshield wipers flies off. And I'm like, you know what?
Oh my God!
Rain on your skin.
Oh, I did, because I'm like, well, damn, and my boyfriend, we work together. He's in the car with me. He's like, oh, it's fine. You still have one. I'm like, it's fine. 2 minutes, not even, maybe, if that. The other one flies off. So
Stop.
that's my luck. And so
We are working that into a future music video.
Yeah.
We have to.
It's okay. We didn't need to speed.
So it's coming down. Rain coming down on the toll road. So everyone's going 80 because nobody cares because it's Texas. And I'm just even see. I was so scared. I literally had to stick my head out the window and just drive that way. Oh, but then,
Oh no.
you know, I get to work.
Wait, which toll road are you on where people are driving above the
It
speed limit?
you had to be on
I need to
183, right?
On the toll
Or-
on 183.
Yeah. Okay, the 183 toll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you're not driving 80 on that,
Okay.
people are honking at you.
Oh yeah, for sure. Even though it's pouring rain.
Facts.
That
Yeah.
was
Mhm.
scary.
Typical.
It's funny now.
Yeah.
Even funnier, I get out of work and I am searching and searching for my keys, and I go out and I look in my car and I'm like, oh yeah, nope, I left them in my car. So that's been my day.
Oh no.
And I just think life itself is pretty funny. So
Yeah. there you
I
go.
can't wait for your birthday. I'm getting you a pair of windshield wipers and a carabiner for your keys.
luckily my dad's awesome. He drove up to my work. He fixed my windshield wipers balls in work, and then he
Oh,
came and was like,
brilliant.
oh, they're good. I was like, oh, well, thank you.
Aw.
But, yeah, it took like 2.5 hours to get my car open because I refused to call a locksmith. And so by the end of it, I was just like drenched in water. And yeah, shout out the guy who helped me though. He opened my
Fantastic.
car.
Wow, I would have cried.
I'm gonna
So
cry
good on you.
after this, actually.
It'll set in. You're literally running on fumes right now. Just adrenaline, just making it happen.
Oh gosh. Oh, that's literally my nightmare. Okay, well, so the last thing is I do a segment called Artists Asking Artists. And so the last guest that I had on, her name is Jennifer Harold, and
Yes.
she's a blues rock musician from Austin. And she would like to know, and this is like
Brilliant.
kind of a 3-prong question, so I don't know if you each want to do it or if you want to do like one part each, but she would like to know, if you were a made-up exotic bird, what would your description be, and what would your call sound like?
Okay,
Golly.
fantastic. All right, so break it down. So we've got call sound.
Call sound.
We've got a
And
description,
the description
of the bird.
And if you'd like to come up with a name for your made-up bird, I'll take it.
Okay. Interesting. Oh man. All right. See, even as someone that listens to your podcast, like I knew there was going to be a weird question. I still wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
So, Naomi, you wanted to go first, please.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I can already
I need
see
to
it in my-
ruminate.
It also might already exist.
Naomi's
I would
ready.
be, like
That's fine.
like a kind of a mix between like a swan and like a peacock, like really big wings, right? Kind of like owl shape, but like I would just be like a midnight blue with like some purple
Oh, there you go.
like, blend
Like
into
a
the night.
Ooh, pretty.
Like what?
One peacock.
Oh, I thought Tommy said something. And then like big talons. I don't know. I could see it, but I don't know.
So like a bird of prey, but also majestic.
Yeah.
Beautiful,
sweet
like
cock.
the night sky. And what would it sound like?
That's a good
You got to
one.
think about you're screaming down from the heavens to
It'd
take
be like the
an
you know
flash of-
from Wicked. It'd be like the battle cry of Wicked.
And to defy gravity. The Adele Dazeem scream.
Yeah, there you go. It sounds beautiful, and then it's immediately followed by death.
What's the cross between a raven and a crow?
I don't know, how is it like a writer's desk,
Oh,
though?
Oh, is that what it is?
No.
I'd be a craven, and the would be
Craven.
So that would
vibrato.
pull my looniness from Minnesota, which is a state bird. A craven that has a loon sound.
That's
if
awesome.
if I were to go with like a bird design,
craven, I like
yeah,
that.
it's
Thank you,
not bad. It's also very you. It's
Yeah,
very,
that's what I said. It's
very
all
fits.
black. That's all
If I were to go with something, I think it would, if we're talking looks, on the outside, I feel like it would have to be like a little bit of like a royal purple, something, kind of deep and vibrant, kind of like the deepness of space. But then underneath would be filled with like, a little bit, a little bit. Underneath, like the plumage, underneath, I'd have to go with kind of almost like a sunrise kind of, I like the idea of the duality of day and night. Also, also knowing my personality, it would be, if you have something majestic like that, you have to have a weakness. And so I feel like my bird call would sound something like one of those screaming goats. Mainly to capture. Oh, and also if we're talking looks, you have to have a little bit of a wild eye just from the anxiety. So
you're almost getting into the pot twos.
a little pot two-ish.
Yeah.
They have too much of a wide mouth. So I don't know if I would be, not like that.
But the eyes
Yeah,
are pot too.
the eyes sit a little too much on the head though with those pink. Was it a pink pot too, or is it just a pot too?
The pink pot too is
Yeah.
the bowling team.
That was your bowling team. But yeah, so that would be just a little wild-eyed, a little crazy, a little anxious, but looks majestic doing it.
So what are you gonna call it?
God. Something along the lines of sassafras or something. I don't know.
Paraphoenix.
A
Paraphoenix.
a paraphoenix sassafras. Just
So Paraphoenix sassafras.
Love it.
yeah.
Bush tip.
No,
Okay. I just like saying that bird name. Sorry.
you're fine.
Hopefully that audio was off.
No, I'm sure it's in. It was the clearest thing they had heard all night. Tommy, anything?
I think it'd be very
Ooh.
similar to a vampire parrot, but instead of red, like a very vibrant purple.
There's a theme in this group, isn't there?
But also there's a little crest above the eyebrows that raises when he gets a little sassy.
If you hang around Tommy long enough, he'll actually make that face for you.
Yeah. What kind of cackle?
Yeah, what kind of
Yeah.
sound,
Eyebrow.
Tommy?
I didn't realize we were referencing Blazing Saddles around the fire.
Yeah, or anger management. Did you hear that, frog?
Oh, somebody stepped on a duck.
Oh, these are great. Oh my gosh. And so now you guys can come up with
boy.
a question for my next guest. Anything you want.
I mean, it's difficult with this group. Naomi, do you have? Because I kind of had one that I kind of went into this thinking, but I want to leave it open. Like, if you have like a really good one, anybody, please.
I want to make it like weird and interesting.
Yeah.
Weird and interesting.
I like it weird and interesting for sure.
You could fight a celebrity.
Celebrity animal?
Wait. You said celebrity animal? So if like I wanted to fight like
Harambe.
Airbud or something.
Oh.
Oh, I think we know how Harambe turned out. I don't know if we need to have another fight of Harambe.
I'm skipping Cocaine Bear.
Yeah,
Oh my
you
god,
should-
cocaine bear! Oh.
All right, I think that's I don't know if everyone's good with that. I think that's a fun one.
That's pretty funny. Yeah.
If you had
What
to
was the
fight
first
a
part? Fighting it?
celebrity animal, living or dead, which one would it be?
I would go Tweety Bird.
That's
Or we're
a
not
good
supposed
one.
to answer it.
Oh, I mean, that's not true at all. You can absolutely throw in a couple of suggestions. Yeah, and I'd even say it could be mythical. Like, it could be a mythical animal. Like, if you feel like if you're brave enough to fight
Ooh,
Godzilla or
okay.
King Kong, I'd say you should be able to.
I would choose like a
Oh,
sweet
shit. Okay.
animal that like.
Yeah, you want to punch down? Is that what you're telling me?
Just so what if I can get.
You can take it out with one kick.
I would annihilate the duck
Oh
that's
my
been getting miles as a dog.
Naomi's like,
Geico
show me
lizard.
yeah, that or like Finding Nemo. Like, what's
Oh
the
my
easiest
God.
one? Just take it out of the
Look
water.
at Nemo.
I could take on the penguins.
Oh, I could take out a handicapped fish.
Tommy.
See, for me, I was
And
just
that
like,
counts for two
it's
of
not
them.
even
Canceled.
necessarily that. It's not even necessarily that I think that I'm gonna win. I just think it would be fun to be able to go toe to toe with Godzilla. I don't care that if I don't win. Like,
You'd be
I'm fine
standing
with
in
it.
front of his toenail. There wouldn't be much of a fight.
No, because like,
That's true.
Yeah. Also, at the same time, like,
Unless you want the guy in the rubber suit.
what if I
Would you
had
go
like
over
what if
the
I had like a
top of
jet
Blazing?
jaguar situation where I had like a giant mech or something
Well,
that
so
I
you
could.
have to add that in.
That's fine, but it's still me. I'm piloting a suit or something.
Alright.
Also, I would
You have a suit.
argue that most of humanity fights Godzilla, and depending upon what era of Godzilla you're watching, sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. So,
Okay, I will ask the next group.
Can
that
you
question.
apologize first before?
no apologies necessary.
No.
No
Oh,
shame
there's
at
no
all.
shame.
Oh,
There's
I
no
love it.
shame.
I apologize to absolutely fucking nobody.
Oh my god, that's incredible. So speaking of no shame, last thing, time for some shameless self-promo.
So people can find us on Instagram at KingBunnyATX. As far as upcoming things, we are going to be on season 3 of The Toxic Tank, which is going to be aired. It will be available on YouTube, but it's going to be on public access here in Austin. So we've got that coming up. Hoping to, July is mostly going to be working on some new things. Definitely, working on the aforementioned fairy tale. But yeah, we don't have any like shows coming up, but we're looking.
Yeah.
There's definitely talks. Naomi and I were talking about finally recording some proper demos.
Yes, we need to do that.
So
EP.
Putting some
yeah, a little
music
EP
on
of
there.
sorts. Yeah.
We could be at Prost having a pint.
Yeah, but yeah, other than that, that's kind of it. You can find we have videos of Toy Soldier and Cherry Float available on YouTube through How Much Studios. Marshmallow and Cherry Float will also be featured on Toxic Tank. When Cherry Float, you'll get to see us bathed in blood red.
I forgot about that, yeah.
Hey, when you give someone the option
that's
to be
awesome.
able to choose your lighting package, so
Well,
Hey.
thank you for having us, and thank you for being so flexible.
Yeah. Oh, of course. The weather was so stupid. Our front yard flooded, so I'm like,
Excellent.
I don't care.
And
Everything
hopefully
is fine.
everyone out there who's listening made it
All right, well,
through.
let me-
Okay.
yeah.
That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Go follow King Bunny on Instagram and check out their music. Once again, make sure you're subscribed to the podcast and following us on Instagram for exclusive behind-the-scenes content. Also, I have a surprise for you. To celebrate being halfway through the season, I have a new episode for you guys next week. You heard me right. In just 1 week, I'm bringing in 6 guests from the band Mock Lobster, Austin's premier tribute band to the B-52s. Stay safe, keep rockin', and I'll see you next week.